9 of the world's most expensive abandoned cars. What fantasy rich motorists do with their cars. Some of them restore the vehicle to a draining stage. Others are turning them to the point of not recognizable. But unfortunately, there are also those who check on their cars how time works. And it is ruthless regardless of the quality of assembly of the car or its cost. An example of this, those photos of 9 expensive ownerless cars from all over the world. Jaguar XJ220, an English model of a sports car that came off a conveyor in 1991, one of the most expensive cars in the history of the automotive industry. The first sports car approved for use on public roads, which is maximum speed 348 km per hour. To the date, collectors are willing to pay $1 million to have such a sports car standing in their garage. But one Arab rich man who says the car is too complicated to drive, so he just left it to the dust in the parking lot. Bentley Arnage, another representative of cars abandoned to their fate. Bentley Arnage, exclusive sedan, was produced from 1998 to 2009. The flagship model was equipped with a 450 horsepower engine with a volume of 4.4 liters. The poor man rested in one of the industrial areas of Kiev until it was evacuated to the penalty area. According to rumors, the car was just left by the capital businessman. In 2019, the model was put up for auction with a starting price of $25.5 thousand. Dodge Charger Daytona, another exclusive exhibit peacefully rotting in the barn, is the Dodge Daytona. The car that was found in the hayloft is considered a rare model. Its body is painted with original fire tanks. Under the hood is a DFS Magnum 440 for 7.2 liters. Over the history, the car has changed 2 owners, but there is a modest figure on the speedometer of 33,000 kilometers. The found exhibit was sold at an auction for $180,000. Ford GT40, the amazing story of the most legendary car abandoned in a garage, took place in the United States. In the late 70s, a fireman from Los Angeles paid $20,000 for a racing car with a faulty engine. It turned out that the last person who was driving this sports car was a saltwater racer. The model shown on the photo was the last car produced in 1966 on the chassis of the P1067. Bolide raced from 1966 to 1977 until the engine broke down. The fireman was unable to fix it, and so the sportsman gradually thrown with junk. Ferrari Enzo, a rare car that should never have fallen into the category of abandoned cars of the world. The Italian company managed to produce only 400 copies of this model, perhaps the most beautiful car produced by the company in honor of its founder, Enzo Ferrari. The power unit of the car is V-shaped 12-cylinder at 5,500 RPM. It produces 657 Nm of torque, and at 7,800 RPM it reaches a power peak of 606 horsepower. The exhibit shown on the photo became famous all over the world for the fact that the owner of the truck was just bored. Bugatti Type 57S, the real retro car, had the owner too shown off not on the auction stage, but on the garage floor. A very rare car was made to order by a racer who founded a motorsport club. In total, only 17 such cars were produced. The retro car engine developed 175 horsepower. Earl Hove had been driving this car for 18 years. Then the model was taken over by British doctor Harold Carr. He left it in his garage, and no one else saw the car until the doctor died in 2007. A rare car went off the Hummer for £3 million. Jaguar E-TUPE. Added to this list of abandoned cars, an elegant E-TUPE. At an auction in Britain, a rare sports car of the early 60s is exhibited for $47,000, a small price for a rotten-to-the-bone car. The car was purchased in 1997. The owner apparently planned to restore the rarity, but he didn't succeed. As a result, the machine stood in a raw garage for almost 20 years. The photo is a vivid example of what it means when you only have enough money to buy a car. Ferrari DINO 247 DTS. Luigi Sinetti, a friend of the Italian racer, tried to collect exclusive cars. In his barn, there was also a Ferrari DINO produced in 1974. No one had seen the collection of rare cars for decades. It also includes Ferrari Daytona 72 and Maserati Bore 1977. The 246 GTS, compared to all these three cars, was the best preserved, although it also needed some repairs. Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. The list is completed by another representative of racing cars from the 60s. The Roadster with folding top is the rarest car. It is very interesting for any collector. Only 101 were painted blue in all 1,858 Roadsters produced from 1957 to 1963. For decades, a rare sports car was kept in the wrong condition in one of the garages in Los Angeles. At the auction for this piece, $800,000 is asked for. Don't forget to subscribe and like it. Thanks for sharing, and bye-bye.